Hello guys, I am back from another video and today we're talking about what if Deku had the allspark as a quirk. So, in the last video, Deku was almost been killed by Bakugo still being a horrible person and a prideful bastard. So yeah, let's talk about what happens next. So, after Izuku was woken up to go to school, Izuku says, seriously, why does it always feel heavy? As Izuku wakes up, he sees Nejiri sleeping right next to Izuku in the bunk bed as Izuku says, what the hell? As Nejiri says, oh, morning Izuku. As Izuku says, why are you sleeping next to me? As she says, well, I've been bored and I decided to maybe make you my pillow. As she says, your soft skin is so good to sleep on. As Izuku says, "Uh, I'm going to school." As he gets up, as he starts going to school. So yeah, when he's at school, everybody's asking how was his day and shit. As Izuku says, pretty much horrible. So yeah, everybody's waiting for heroics class, which they can't wait because they heard that All Might is going to be training them, or they're going to be their teacher. Izuku already knows this because, well, Aizawa told him in advance. Izuku is waiting for him as they hear, I'm running to the door like a normal person, as they see All Might, as everybody is basically like cheering for him. Izuku is cheering for him, but he's more like saintly cheering, I guess. All Might says, so we're gonna be starting our heroics class, but before that, wait for a second, guys. What's with a hero without this costume, he says, as they bring out suitcases, each color coded to their suited color schemes. And when Izuku finally gets his, he says, not bad. As Izuku goes to the locker room, as he puts on this costume, which I'm pretty proud of, but it's still not bad, I guess. So this is what I got for the inspiration for my for the costume for Izuku, which I got them from the inspiration for like mobsters back I mostly gotten my inspiration from like this comic from I can't remember the name of the artist, but they made like a really good like Undertale comic dub, which is called Mob Tale, I think, which is absolutely great. The art, I just love it. They use like black and white colors, but they added in like a bit of red to make it extra good. So yeah, I got an inspiration from that, and that's what the costume is based off. So yeah, as everybody is complimenting their costumes, they see Izuku riding on a gigantic ass saber-toothed metal tiger. As they said, what the heck are you riding, Izuku? As Izuku says, meet my brand new creation. I call him Ravage. He's able to transform into an ATV, a perfect off-road vehicle that is pretty good for stealth missions. One of my finest work. As as wait for a sec. As All Might says, whoa, that's a really great idea, Izuku. As Izuku says, why thank you. As Baku says, I'm gonna kill that bastard. I'm supposed to be the one that's praised. As All Might says, you're pairing up with Ochako, Izuku. As Izuku says, sure. As Ochako says, oh, hi. As Izuku says, nice to meet you, Miss Ochako. As she says, You don't have to be so formal, as Izuku says. Please, it's my pleasure. As they're going to be fighting Bakugo, but they're going to be the villains. So yeah, Izuku is gone first with Ochako and putting their bomb. Izuku says to Laserbeak and Ravage to protect the bomb at all costs. And Izuku creates his gigantic scythe and shield. As as he tells Ochako, "Here, Ochako," as he brings her gauntlets. As she says, "Why do I need gauntlets?" Izuku says, "I gotten them from some old friends of mine, and I decided to upgrade them a little bit." As they transform into two people, one named Crash and Slash. As they said, "Nice to meet you." As the other one says, "Yes. I hope to serve you well, mistress." As she says, "Whoa, thank you." As Izuku says, "You can keep them. Just make sure to feed them." As she says, "Wow." As she puts them on, as she gets even more stronger. She's able to she doesn't need to touch like objects to make them float now. So yeah, as Bakugo comes in, Ochako just makes him float as he says, "What the heck? How's Get me out of here?" As Izuku says, "That's that's for being brash and arrogant, Bakugo." As Ida starts off charging in, as he starts using his motors to basically try and kick him. As Izuku says, seriously, as he brings out Laserbeak, as he creates a taser mode, as it tases um Ida, as yeah, they win it pretty easily. So yeah, so everybody takes their turn, and it's the end of the class. As All Might says, "So who is the MVP of this match?" As Momo says, "It's obviously Zuku because of his quick strategy, and it's also really great wits, and also that um gadget that you made." As Zuku says, "Yep, I'm not the best scientist, am I right?" As one person comes out of the shadows, being um wait for a sec. Sorry about that, guys. It's just something. One person steps out of the shadows, being um Todoroki. As Todoroki says, "Yeah, I agree. He's pretty strong, but can you at least make me one?" As Izuku says, "Sure." As he says, "Well, for my birthday. My birthday is coming up, so maybe you can go to a birthday party of mine." As Izuku says, "Sure, I'm not really busy right now." As they said, "Hell yeah, we're going to that party." So yeah. But before that, they're going to be going to the USJ. So yeah. When they made it to the USJ, they start talking about their quirks. As it's Izuku's turn to talk about his quirk. Ay crap! Wait for a second, guys. Ay crap! Sorry about that. They start talking about their quirks as Izuku's turn. As Izuku says, "Well, my quirk allows me to create any robot. It just means like a motor, or at least has like electricity running through it, or it's connected to the internet." As Momo says in her mind, "Huh, I wonder if I can tell my father about him." As she starts thinking in her mind. So, when they made it to the USJ, they see villains coming out of the ground. As they think in their minds, "Cool! I didn't know that there's fake villains." As 13 says, "Fake villains." As they see, "Wait, Those are real villains. As everybody says, wait, they're real? As one of them says, seriously, you're so weak. Says Bakugo. As Bakugo says, I can easily beat them. As Izuku says, don't be so arrogant, Bakugo. As Izuku says, let me handle, just let me handle them. As Aizawa says, I'll be going with you, Izuku. Sure. Keep up, old man. As Aizawa says, be more respectful to your elders, Izuku. As they jump down, as all of the villains say, huh, you really think that an old man and a young little boy can beat us? Izuku says, "Oh, you really think that you really think that that you can beat me?" Izuku says, "My Elite Four, arise!" As they see four robots coming out of the sky. One that looks like a bug, a green bug with purplish eyes. As it starts buzzing and it says, Waspinator transform! As it transforms. And the other one, a shark-like creature, as it starts transforming and it says, Skybite transform! As it transforms. As the other two are, one of them is an oversized, wait for a second. Sorry about that. The other one is a gorilla, as he says, Optimus Primal. Wait for a second, sorry about that interruption. Dang, sorry about that. So, he says, Optimus Primal transform, as he transforms into basically like an Optimus Prime type character. And the other one is a gigantic ass like semi-truck, as he says, Optimus Prime transform. As they see the robots, all the villains, as they said, we surrender. As Shigaraki says, you really think that you can beat us, kid? As he says, kill them, Nomu. As the Nomu starts charging at Izuku, but Izuku says, really? As Izuku pulls out a gun, a purplish pink gun, as he shoots it at the chest of the Nomu. As Shigaraki says, huh, you really think that you can beat the Nomu? It has regeneration, shock absorption, and as he sees the Nomu starts convulsing like he's having a seizure. As Shigaraki says, What did you do to the Nomu? As Izuku says, one of my finest creations has defeated your so-called creature, quote unquote. As he says, Shockwave, can you come out? As Shockwave transforms into a gigantic ass robot. As he says, the subject seems to be inhuman. It seems to have multiple quirks. As Aizawa says, multiple quirks. As Yuko says, oh yeah, I gave him the ability to basically see into people's data. But apparently this thing has like several quirks. How interesting. As Shigaraki says, wait for a second. Sorry about that. Konigiri says, Shigaraki, we should escape now. As Shigaraki says, as I hate to admit it, we should leave immediately. Konigiri. As Konigiri transforms into the portal, as Shigaraki goes in it and disappears. So, after that whole thing, 13 doesn't die. Everybody's praising Deku, but Baku says, you really think that you can show up and do everything yourself? You dab Deku. As everybody says, seriously, Bakugo, stop being a spoiled brat. As Bakugo says, what did you say? As he starts creating little tiny explosions. As Zuko says, villain. As Bakugo says, "What did you say, nerd?" As he starts charging in, as Izuku just creates the shield. As Aizawa says, "This is your last chance, Bakugo. If you don't," as Bakugo says, "Ugh, fine." So yeah, after that whole thing, they said the teachers say that they're not going to be doing any classes because, well, it's probably probably like traumatizing to everybody. So yeah, so Izuku is preparing for the party, which is Todoroki's birthday party. So Mirio says, "Hey Izuku, where you going?" As Izuku says, "Oh, it's my classmate's birthday, so I'm gonna be going there." As um waiter says, Nejiri says, "Hey, did they say that we can like bring like guests?" As Izuku says, "Sure." As she says, "Well, I'm going there." As Izuku says, "What?" As she starts getting a really cute dress. As she says, "I'm going there because, well, it seems fun." As Izuku says, "Sure." As Izuku starts going to his like car. As she says, "I didn't know that you have a car." As Izuku says, "Yeah, I got it recently. Like maybe after I joined UA." As she says, "So who gave it to you?" As Izuku says, "Nezu." As it transforms, as he says, "My name is Hot Rod," and I don't know how to do a French accent, so that's the best I can do. As Hot Rod says, "So where are you going?" As Izuku says, "We're going to, well, Todoroki, to the Todoroki household." As he says, "Sure." As Nejiri says, "Is it like you really don't need to drive it? Like you don't need to steer it?" As Izuku says, "Yep." He just needs like some gas. As he says, "Yes. I prefer like anything that's refined." As Izuku says, "Yeah, yeah, just drive us there." As he says, "Right, master." As he brings them there to the Todoroki household, as he sees like flashing lights there, as everybody's dancing and basically partying there. As Izuku sees um the great number 2 hero Endeavor, as Endeavor says, "So you're Todoroki's friend." As Izuku says, "Yeah, nice to meet you." Um Wait for a second again. "Nice to meet you, Endeavor." As Endeavor says, "Nice to meet you, kid. So you're Izuku Midoriya." As Izuku says, "Yeah." As he says, "I hope that you're acquainted with my family." As Izuku says, "Sure." So as Nejiri is basically partying in the bottom, Izuku decides to go to the bathroom. When he's going to the bathroom, he sees a girl's like room. He hears noises, moaning. As Izuku says, "What the hell?" After the powdering his nose, he goes into the room as he sees Todoroki's sister, being Fuyumi. I think that's her name. I can't remember. Fuyumi says, "Who are you?" As Izuku says, "I'm sorry." As he closes the door, as he says, "So that's Todoroki's sister?" As she blushes a lot, saying, "Oh no, I can't believe somebody looked at me like that." As Izuku goes back downstairs, as um Nejiri says, "So Izuku, what happened? Why is your face all red?" As Izuku says, "I don't want to talk about it." So yeah, after that whole thing, Todoroki says, "So did you see my sister having fun?" As Izuku says, "What? why did you, as he says, yeah, she has a bit of a sexual, a sexual drive to herself, because she wants a man to, like, have fun with. Maybe she wants you to have fun with her, because I literally saw you walking into her, like, seeing her having fun with herself. As Izuku says, no, I really don't want to do that. As he says, just give, please, you're doing a solid for me, please. As Izuku, fun, fine. As Todoroki says, thank you very much. And please, just just be careful with my sister. She's a bit rough. As Izuku says, sure. As Izuku says to Hot Rod, just bring her to, like, bring her back to the dorms. I'll be staying here for a little bit longer. As Hot Rod says, right, sir. As he brings Nedry back to the dorms. As Izuku goes back to her room, hiding in the corner, basically, like, saying, oh my god, I can't believe a guy saw me. As Izuku says, hello, so you're Fuyumi, right? Todoroki is like, sister, right? As she says, oh my god, you're the guy that saw me. As she starts, like, covering her face. As Izuku says, yeah, just, your brother told me that, that you wanted to have. As she says, really? As Izuku says, yeah. Your brother Todoroki says, as she says, thank God. As she starts looking all over his face and his, like, body, as her eyes starts turning into, like, hearts. As she says, come over here, big boy. And this is going to be a 18 part, so better get out. So she basically holds him down to the ground. As Izuku says, what the heck? As she starts getting, like, quirk canceling handcuffs. As she says, I'm definitely gonna have fun with you, big boy. She starts licking all over Izuku's neck. As Izuku says, what the hell is this? As she says, why are you a bit afraid, Izuku? As she starts taking off Izuku's pants. As Izuku says, wait, I'm not ready for this. As she says, come on, it's going to be fun. So, after that whole thing, Izuku wakes up in the morning and says, oh, what the hell happened? As Izuku feels a boob or something soft. As Izuku says, what in the... As Izuku takes off the blanket, as he sees Todoroki's sister naked. As Izuku says, oh crap, I can't believe I did it with Todoroki's sister. As Izuku starts leaving through the front door. I meant the back door. Jesus Christ, my dyslexic ass. So Izuku leaves with Hot Rod. As it's they get back to the dorms. As Mirio says, so what happened at the party? As Izuku says, I don't want to talk about it. As Mirio says, sure. So yeah, so I hope you liked the video, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you all guys next time. But before you leave, I want you all to pick a hero name for Izuku, because, well, I actually wanted him to be called the mobster, but it's a bit on the nose. So yeah, I want you all to pick a hero name for Izuku. So yeah, bye bye.